Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Shards. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, you can go to their Patreon, which is $5 a month. So, on last Let's Play, we started Aiden's route for real this time. Instead of, spending an hour redoing the intro. It was good to see the extra stuff. But yeah, we picked Aiden, which consists of us chasing after him, tapping his shoulder, and getting punched in the face. And then spending a good amount of time in the hospital. But now, he invited us to his place because we don't have a dorm room of our own, and now we're going to either accept or decline a wooing with him. Actually, no, it's accepting or declining wine. But, we're a big boy now in big boy college, so we're going to reset our face. And accept wine. Sure, why not? It couldn't hurt. Yeah, it could. Hangovers suck. He pours me a glass from the same bottle, slightly more than half, and hands it to me. Though it is kind of interesting that we do have the woo romantic music on, but I guess that doesn't always mean there's a woo. There we go. Thanks. I take a sip. It's sweeter, but also more sour than most wines I've tasted. He leans back, with his hand spread on the backseat of the couch, and towards me, almost like he tries to put it around me, just sipping his wine nonchalantly. Hope I don't get a nosebleed now. That would be bad, but not surprising. I didn't take him for the sophisticated wine type. I didn't take you for the sophisticated wine type. No offense. Hey, don't use my own words or my own thoughts for small talk with this dork. I'll take that as a compliment. Most strong drinks don't taste like anything, but I like the fruity taste of wine. It's perfect. It's a perfect balance. Yeah, I do like wine and fancy tasting drinks, but yeah, I try not to drink. Foodie, I knew it. Everyone knows, dude. That's why we're here. Aren't you here to not be homeless for the night? That too. How come you have cable? I don't. Once in a while, I go outside the bar and download movies and stuff. That's what most students do, especially over the summer, even if the teachers tell us not to. You stay here over the summer? Of course. You will too. Well, you can still visit your family whenever you want, of course. But most of your time will be spent here in the next few years, and by that, I mean my room. That doesn't sound too bad. In fact, if every day I get to hang out with you, it's perfect. Man, you really get attached to people right quickly. But I'm not gonna say that to his face. The show we started watching was one I really wanted to check out for some time, but just didn't have the time. After the first episode, I go use the bathroom and come back to the sound of popcorn popping. This night can't get any better. Me and Aiden seem to have similar tastes in shows. He is just as glued to the TV screen as I am. We barely exchange a word in 120 minutes, the duration of 3 whole episodes. After our popcorn and drinks are exhausted, we get up and goes for a shower, or he gets up and goes for a shower. I can read. Having a little extra time, I decided to have a close look around the room. For that, I found he likes to read, is good with plants, and plays the guitar. In short, I'm gonna stick to this guy like a leech. Or you could stick it to him, ooh. I look towards the shower, seeing a bit of steam escaping from the door gap. Hey. What? You should peek. What? You should peek on him. In the shower? Yes, genius. Sure, just risk ruining everything. Not only for tonight, but for the whole 5 to 6 years I'll be here. Known as a weirdo who peeks in your bathroom. Hide your showers, everyone who try to take a look at. Holy shit, you're annoying. Listen up. I'm suggesting it for my own entertainment only. That is true. but also because I have a good feeling about this. When you went to the bathroom, you saw he has no shower curtain, and I saw his first shampoo brand too. And one of the ingredients in that is blue crab shell powder, which is a nightmare if you get in your eyes. Way worse than regular shampoo. Realization from this morning hits, and it makes the fur so shiny. You're so familiar. Then you know that he's going to have his eyes closed 100% of the duration of the shower, unless he wants some burned eyes. That's correct, but no buts. 100% science, baby. I'm not surprised. You know so much about modern day shampoo, especially when you don't have fur. Wait, I am surprised. One of my many talents, unless useless knowledge. Fuck, I suddenly can't read. So, you gonna do it? Come on. Don't you like him? Look at you being the wingman and all. Don't push your luck. And that's gonna be the end of this Let's Play. I'm joking, but, Yeah, we made a fool of ourselves before. I don't know if I'm high on new emotions or if I'm just stupid, but I'll do it. That's the spirit. This will be fun. I opened the door of the bathroom very, very slowly. Luckily, no sound came from it. I get inside. What? The steam slowly disappears as I get closer. His eyes are closed and turned away from me. It's a shame I can't get my eyes around to see the rest of his body. But whatever I was seeing was more than enough for now. Oh, maybe he has one of those glass showers instead of a curtain shower, because, like, how do you not get water everywhere? There's a but. Gonna have to make sure I censor that. The thoughts I had in that moment can't be described. Seeing the view gets my blood rushing. He had the perfect body, athletic, muscular, but still thin in the waist. His tail was swinging from side to side, with different force in each swing, inviting in a way. I am so lucky the circumstances allow me to be here. I am very satisfied with what I saw, so I decided to go back until it's too late. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where do you think you're going, buddy? Out of here? As I said, I don't want to be caught. Look at him, covered in shampoo. He will not see you. And the sound of him rubbing his fur should mask your rubbing. And look at that woo. I wonder why he's almost a woo. Heh. Also, I don't see dick. Well, yes, I don't see dick. What? What? Oh, right. You can't detach your vision from your body like I can. I don't think he can either. Oh, he's big. Trust me. Or you could wait a little bit and see for yourself. Yeah, I should have not had that drink. Because now I found myself agreeing with Scribble says. I feel like I'm making a big mistake. But heck it. Yeah. I was like, I might need to censor some things. Like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to censor something. I lean on the counter and unzip my pants, pulling out my own awoo. There we go. Please be quiet. If I'm really going to do this, I just need to concentrate. Won't say a word anymore. My lips are sealed, but have your fun there. Like, seriously, dog, where are you gonna put that stuff when, stuff happens? I look at Aiden's back. He reaches and touches a woo, starting to woo something with his eyes closed. Although he can't see everything. I can't help but let my imagination run wild as I bite my lips. And imagine me right under... an image of me right under Aiden comes to mind, vividly. Looking at his well-woo body makes it all seem real. I take advantage of the loud running water to get my woos of a woo out. Those blue crabs are doing me a huge favor. I quicken my pace, trying to keep one eye open for Aiden's woo. That's all I'll get if he does not turn around. And I did not have that luck. Finally, after only about a minute, I woo all over a woo's floor. I give a sigh of relief. Just in time, as Aiden gets under the water to get the shampoo off, I quickly take some toilet paper and wipe the woo off the woo. I thought you might forget about that. Or I might think you might forget about that. Always clean the crime scene. Making me do work, Aiden. I sneak out and close the door as quietly as I opened it. I'd say that was a success. Consider my curiosity satisfied. Though the floor is going to be sticky. I definitely won't regret that. It was awesome. Aiden gets out of the shower in a couple of minutes. He seems happy. Very happy. He wears a towel in his hand and around his waist. That would get a reaction out of me if I didn't just see his naked body without them. Had fun while I was in here? You have no idea. Sorry it took so long, but you should have had more than enough water left. I'll get some dinner while you're in there. Thanks a lot. Now I shower my naked body too. Loudly. I get in, and as always I start overthinking and talking to myself. I say that now, I have a companion that hears my thoughts. You betcha. How do you even learn about those words? I'm not even saying them. I don't think I've ever had a betcha in my life. I'm watching some movies whenever outside gets boring. I have to say, watching a bunch of people working in the office is far more entertaining than your anxious ass. Oh, shut it. I have to take it slow. If I were you, my body count would have been double digits by midnight. As in lovers or victims? What's the difference? Anyway, it's weird how this sounds louder. Let's just make it easy on me. There we go. And still that music's playing in the background. What do you think of Aiden? Hard to say. I mean, does personality change that much because he feels bad for punching me? I don't want him to like me because he feels obligated to. Or maybe he's a tough man with a soft heart? Aren't all mortals' hearts soft? That's the only reason I ever liked them. The flesh itself is mediocre. Focus. Yes, of course. Focus on the stupid love story you're creating inside your head. I'm all ears. What else you got? I don't want to get too much into it. It's too early. I mean, it is my first day here after all. So, not getting in his pants anytime soon? Nope. I'll get back to my shows for a while. Tell me when you get to the next step. You are one horny demon. Centuries, my dear vessel. Centuries with no bitches. I think I earned my right to stick my nose into someone else's relationships. I'm not complaining. As long as you're supportive. For now. That's enough for me. I get out of the shower. I look for my luggage or backpack, but cannot find either. I put your stuff in the guest room. It's that one. He points to one of the many doors. Thanks again. It will take 1 second. I hurry into the room before Aiden sees how awkward I am wearing only a towel around him. The room was nothing special. Just the bed, nightstand, and wardrobe with the window gave the room some natural light. Not even any posters. I'd say he doesn't use the room much, but the sheets and the pillow have visible usage marks. What do you mean by that? And everything is spotless. I take out some clothes from my luggage, and I get changed in, you guessed it, the exact same outfit. Because, why change perfection? Good thing I brought multiple white shirts and jeans. I notice you're addressing some kind of imaginary fourth wall from time to time. Were you always this mentally ill, or is this new? Mental issues are mine, and mine alone. Or my mental issues. Trust me, I do not want them. I come out and see multiple plates of food on the table. I hope you don't mind takeout. I am not much of a cook, and not many places are open around this hour on campus. You kidding? I'm so hungry I could eat anything. Good thing I had a big breakfast, or I'd be dead by now. Me and Aiden talked for a while, mostly about the show we were watching. Jennifer Lawrence made him chuckle with her sarcastic comments twice already. That's a big plus for me, as I get to see his sharp, white teeth. I don't know if he noticed I'm watching him most of the time, and not the TV, but at this point, I kinda hope he did. It would make things easier. Hey, Cody, I meant to ask you. Have you decided on a shard yet? Yeah, I did. I did it a long time ago, actually, before coming here. I just didn't want to make a choice too suddenly. Oh, that's great. I have to say, at first, I found it a little weird you hadn't decided on the shard. Now, it makes sense. So, he seems to really think about his next words. Which dish is your favorite? Wow. Now that I had some food in me, I took the first real look at the table. It had a varied number of dishes, from Chinese to Mexican and Indian. That's a lot of leftovers. I like the butter chicken, I suppose. It goes well with the flatbread. Oh yeah. I can't live without bread. But the sauce in the noodles is also to die for. I was saying the same thing about it. Each of us tried to change the subject from subject to subject as fast as we can to forget the previous discussion topic. I know what he actually wanted to ask, of course, but I'm going to make this all the more difficult and not reply. Aiden guided me to my room and opened the door for me. He seemed tired, and I don't blame him. It was a stressful day. Some people threw punches, others caught punches to their faces. But overall, it was fun. We say our goodnights and part ways. I close the door behind me and jump on the bed. The sheets smell clean. I strip down to my underwear and get underneath them. Sleep comes easily when there's no internet to distract you. And when you have the fresh image of a hung tiger in your mind. I got more happiness in one day at this academy than the entire year at public school. And I got punched in the face and knocked out. So that says a lot. Wednesday? Is that a new thing where it says the day of the week? Monday, something that a familiar sound wakes me up, almost making me forget where I am. As soon as I remember, my eyes shoot open. I get up and start dressing. There's a whole new day that's waiting to unfold. And I am ready as I'll ever be. I've also decided to finally tell Aiden about my shard choice, seeing as he's not going to ask directly. Why beat around the bush when the choice was made long ago? Hey, Scribbles. Yep, I do not sleep. Then what do you do all night? Watch your dreams. I also have discovered your Netflix memories, so I started watching those. You know, I might just like the way your kind took things, with evolution and all. You might be feeble and weak, but at least you know how to have fun. Even if the activities have a severe lack of blood. Thanks? Anyway, time to see my Aiden. Wow. I opened the door to the main room, connected directly to the kitchen in front of me. The sound of plates and kitchen utensils is all I'm hearing. Someone must already be up by then. Hey, good morning. Big cat. Aiden slowly turns around and looks at me as the door opens. I try to keep my eyes on his face. His slight frown back on, but not the hint of aggression in it. Yes, this is the man I first met and know for about 2 hours. Is he back to normal? But again, who am I to question what part of his personality is normal? I assume he must have noticed my blush. I hope you don't mind my boldness. No offense, but I don't want to change my habits for a guest. None taken, and totally understand. No pressure. Good. Now, for breakfast, what'll it be? I'll just have some toast with butter. Absurd. You need energy. Today we practice. Practice? Or more like, show off. It's mostly for the newbies to show us what they got. Like you. So get ready by filling yourself with energy. Then, I suppose I have whatever you're making. He lights up the stove, puts it on high, gets a pan, and cracks some eggs. 6 eggs in the cast iron pan with no oil, no butter, no grease. I was too stunned to speak. I'm a chef as much as a clam is an engineer, but even so, I knew before me a cardinal sin was happening. I decided to ignore it and make some conversation. I decided to join the slave shard. He almost drops the pan. That's a big piece of information you just dropped. Are you sure? Yeah, as I said, I made up my mind long ago. I thought I'd tell you before we get to practice. I had a feeling you chose it. Right, wait right here. I'll get the form. He disappears inside his room. I watch as his hips move from side to side. His tail swings until it disappears around the corner. So dreamy. Wait, what? What about the eggs? Never mind. I'll try and save them. I lower the heat and start scrambling them, mixing the overcooked bits with the raw ones. I should probably buy some eggs. Maybe this will do something. I get some butter from the fridge and throw it in, with some salt and pepper. I tried my hardest not to let the eggs stick to the pan, but I am no god. I managed to plate them and throw some bacon in the pan. All this time, Aiden is still not out of his room. When I'm done, I decide to see if he's alright. I get close to his door and hear him whispering. It wasn't loud enough to understand, but I only heard one voice, so he's talking to himself. A second later, the door opens. He doesn't look surprised to see me right in front of the door, but he's completely clothed now. I won't lie, that made me a little sad. Apologies for the wait. I decided to get dressed because I thought it was a bit inappropriate. Here's your form. I had some copies in my bag, so you can sign to the shard right now. Here's the pen too. His movement hints at how eager he is to sign the paper, for me to sign the paper, I can read, even if his face doesn't. I take the paper and place it on the table and write the most confident signature I've ever written. After that, I look back at Aiden for confirmation, but he's staring at the plates of food while bringing them to the table. Something wrong? Here's the form, signed and ready. I hand it, and he takes it without taking his eyes off the plates. Huh. Oh. Good job. And, not wrong, but I was expecting these to turn up sunny side up. Where did I go wrong? How do I tell him he did not, in fact, scramble them, or plate them, or fry the bacon? Don't worry, I bet it would still taste good. Well, yeah, I know my way around the kitchen after all. Sure you do. But the texture is important as taste. I just need more practice. Practice does make perfect. Speaking of which, what will this practice consist of? Well, for one, I need to learn to regulate the amount of spices I put in. And apparently, salt is not even considered. No, I meant for today, at school. Oh, right, that. It's best to just see for yourself when you get there. There's nothing to worry about anyway. The practice is never difficult. For someone like you, maybe. You shouldn't have much of a problem either. Energy manipulation is not to be messed with. Sure. Bah! I thought we were overtime. We finish breakfast and get going. Thankfully, we don't have regular classes today. The classes are divided depending on what shard you're in, so that would only be after the test. On our way, we walk past the arena again. And that's where we'll be spending a lot of our time this week. Can we go inside? Yeah, but don't you want to get your room number and key first? I don't mind playing host again, but the guest room might not be as comfortable as your own room. You're right. I almost forgot about that. So where do we go for that? Or should I ask, to whom do we address with my problem? Hey, Dallin. That would be me. Hello again. Or me. Hi. Or hey. Oop. I went too fast. To my surprise, Aiden doesn't try and kill any of them for butting in. On the contrary, greeted them calmly. You have nothing to do with dorm room registration date. Well, I can always ask Marina where it is. That's cheating. Cheating at what? Never mind. Forget it. Aiden sighs. Come on, I'll get that number for you. Hey, don't leave us behind. Showing us his muscles. The four of us walk together towards the main building. Aiden is walking just one step ahead of us. Dallin and me are talking about our favorite workout routines. It's very hard to pretend I know what I'm talking about. The only workout I ever did was running, because speed is the only physical attribute I can be somewhat proud of. He likes to work on his upper body, because all his responsibilities take care of his legs. With all the running around campus that he has to do. Days are trying to get some kind of reaction out of Aiden. It seems like I'm not the only one who noticed his sudden chill vibes. But he's surprisingly calm about the little guy's attempts. That's why, for the rest of our walk, the cat decided to stick with me and Dallin, offering his opinion whenever he has a chance. Tate did develop a nice body he clearly liked to display from all his forced adventures. Like digging 20 feet deep hole in the road, for example. We arrive at the Shards meeting room. I think with that, even though it's a bit short, it's a decent time to call it, being a private, that's going to be the end. I'm not facing my head down. It's weird when I look over there, it's like, when I look at the screen, it's like, my face is going directly towards it. Oh no, my mouse is there. Huh. But then when I look over here, it's like I'm doing this, kind of sometimes. I don't know. But maybe it's when I turn my head, it does that. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, premature illumination. Because, you know, if we don't, then it could be a 3-hour-long video about stuff. Anyways, end this. Let's place a comment. As I like comments, tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and likes to grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the rest of it grow. And please learn to spay new animals, have control the pit population. And until next time, another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Shards, a game where I excellently get myself into POV situations. So thanks and see ya.